Quoit Lodge and Talking Rock Golf Course are located midway between Calgary and Vancouver, and it's the pride of the Little Shuswap Indian Band.
Course opened in August 2007. Cook Carlton design. Had been the vision of the Little Shuswap Indian Band for some time. It's got a really nice mix of mountain resort type golf that you see in areas like Whistler with some dramatic undulation and varying topography through the golf course, but it also has a nice mix on the front nine of a flatter layout, all tree covered. You really feel like you're on your own golf course from hole to hole.
Situated on the north shore of Little Shuswap Lake, this course offers breathtaking views of both the mountains and water.
It's a beautiful golf course. We've got some fantastic weather in the summer months for anyone that has been in the Okanagan. You know that come summertime, the weather is great. We do have the beauty in the trees in the mountainous area of the Shuswap. We have a little bit more of the dry climate that the Kamloops area has, as we're right between the two areas.
The course is built on a dynamic property with lots of fir trees and features a nice transition from the front nine to the back. But it's the signature holes that make this course truly a great golfing destination.
We're looking right back at 15 right now, which is our signature hole for obvious reasons. It's roughly 185 yards off of the gold tees. You played about 2 clubs less. Can be a little tricky though, as you can see the wind off the lake can play with your mind a little bit. So, but we suggest to play about 2 clubs less and hit a little left of those bunkers on the right-hand side. 18's a very narrow par 4 along the shoreline of the lake. It only measures about 365 yards. The recommended play there would be a nice little fairway metal up the left side. Favor the left side of the 150 stick. Give yourself a nice short iron into the green and enjoy the views.
With a recent rebuild of the Quoit Lodge, staying in this quaint location is great for not just golfing, but for a family getaway as well.
The Quoit Lodge has 72 guest rooms, as well with our proximity to the lake. Canoeing, biking, every summer activity you can dream of is here.
The Salmon Arm Golf Club is considered one of British Columbia's top courses, with over 75 years of rich history and development.
Well, the Salmon Arm Golf Club began in 1928. It started as a 6-hole layout with dirt greens on the other side of the highway. That was expanded over time by the original owner to eventually 9 holes and then green grass greens. The members that are currently here bought it in the early 80s. Wanted the 9 more holes, developed and bought land on this side of the highway. So we had a layout that was bisected by Highway 97. In 1994 they combined and have all 18 holes on this side. Les Ferber came in and designed that, and then he went back over to the other side and redesigned and restored the original holes into a 9-hole executive course layout.
The fairways are lined with fir trees and are absent of the clutter of a residential neighborhood, which ultimately means a day on the greens without ever having to see another group. But there is only one way to truly describe Salmon Arm Golf Club.
Truly unique. I think it's great representation of what the interior of BC is like. We're forested, a lot of natural areas, so no housing, which is perfect. So if you're coming from the prairies or even the coast and you come up here, you're going to find that tree-lined fairways are not like anything you've seen, and just looking around, you'll see that it's not flat at all. So you got a lot of uneven lie and great scenery. But you do need to play and be mindful of the angles. So you don't want to cut close to the trees in too many places because you can't get up there. A lot of elevated greens, which means you need to be careful with your approaches. Make sure you're carrying onto the greenest, but always trying to be really close and to stop in front of the pin.
Come summertime, this course features unmatched fairways with weather that's perfect for golfing.
Our weather is generally exceptional in the summertime, and I think the experience on the golf course, being all the trees and natural areas, is another thing they won't find in other places. And lastly, what we understand from people who've been here is that they can come here and have their best game. They can see something that's totally unique for them, still score well, and feel good going away.
Canoe Creek Golf Course is located in Salmon Arm and was designed by one of SCOREGolf's 25 greatest Canadian golfers of all time.
It's a Dave Barr designed golf course, and this is our 5th season, our 4th full season at the golf course. And Dave Barr, being out of Kelowna, is from the area, and a fantastic piece of property that we've got here, and a great spot for his first golf course design. David Patriquin, our owner, they got together and built a wonderful golf course. It's British Isles links style. If you get off the tee well here, you've got a chance to score. You've got lots of options off the tee here, and as you can see, we're standing on one of our fantastic greens. They're always in great shape. It's friendly to all levels of golfer because the tee boxes are so expansive. You know, if you play the front tees, you can have a good time, but we're 7,000 yards from the tip, so if you're a player, this will really test your game.
The course features lots of creeks, waterfalls, fountains, and natural marshes. Although known for its immaculate greens, Kanoe Creek scatters pot bunkers throughout and is a beautiful layout that is quickly earning a reputation as one of Canada's up-and-coming golf courses.
I think we have two signature holes, and you can't really decipher between the two. I mean, obviously we've got a beautiful par 3 right behind us with the waterfall coming down. It probably plays a club shorter from the elevated tee box. So, you know, and you just pay attention to the wind and then decide what your yardage is and take one less and let her fly. And hopefully win the trip to Vegas when you knock it in the hole. Hole number 10, though, is also probably my favorite hole. I think it's one of the best holes in the entire valley, if not the best par 4 in the valley. An uphill par 4, creek that runs up the whole right-hand side, pond in front of the green, and creek that runs actually under and around the green. So it's quite an exciting hole.
Visit golfshuswap.com for more information on all 5 incredible golf courses in this region. So how do you get to the golf course? Do you drive? Hey, we drive, but we're driving a boat. That's one of the great features here of staying and coming to the Shuswap region here if you want to come on a golf vacation or any kind of vacation. We're on a houseboat right now traveling through the many lakes that are in this area. And it's just one of the great ways you can spend your vacation. A very different way, of course. These houseboats are magnificent, wonderfully appointed. Inside, you can bring all your guests and have your family out here and go from golf course to golf course or recreation site to recreation site. But right now, we want to focus on the great golf in this region. Let's have a look at the golf courses of the Shuswap region. Shuswap Lake Estates is renowned as one of Canada's finest retirement communities. However, it's the 18-hole golf course in here that makes it a destination not just for retired people, but for anybody looking to play a round of golf in a beautiful mountain setting.
I think it's very picturesque. It's very user-friendly for the golfer that's just starting out or the accomplished golfer. You can have a really good game. It's very challenging, or it's very forgiving. We're a residential development. We started out in 1970 and selling real estate and homes. We have over 1,300 acres of land to develop and over 1,000 homes built to date. And then we put the golf course in to attract more people to come in. We have an airstrip, tennis courts, a lot of activities for the retired person or recently retired person to keep them active.
Shuswap Lake Estates is renowned as one of Canada's finest retirement communities. However, it's the 18-hole golf course in here that makes it a destination not just for retired people, but for anybody looking to play a round of golf in a beautiful mountain setting. The 5th is one of 2 signature holes on the course. Playing at close to 500 yards from the back tees, this fairway is tightly lined with pine trees. A long drive followed by a mid-iron is what you'll need to cross a body of water in order to find yourself on a sloping green for a shot at birdie.
Number 5 is a very picturesque hole. There's water right in front of the green. You can go for the green and 2. A good player could go for the green and 2, otherwise you would lay up.
Meanwhile, 18 is also an incredible hole. Nicknamed the Monster for its incredible length, playing as a long par 4, it's an uphill walk to the hole where you'll have to be sharp with your putter to nail a walk-off birdie.
18 is a tough hole. They call it the Monster. There's a big hill ending it, so at the end of the game when you're tired, you have to go up that hill. On your first shot, you want to get close to the bottom of the hill, and then your second shot to try to get up onto the top of the hill.
Hyde Mountain Golf Course on Mara Lake is another imaginative design from golf architect Les Ferber. The course overlooks Shuswap Lake and is considered to be one of British Columbia's most beautiful courses. With its thick evergreen forests and picturesque ravines, Hyde Mountain's beauty often leaves golfers mesmerized by its incredible jaw-dropping vistas, which seem to come hole after hole.
The Hyde family owned the property prior to it being developed into a golf course, and their vision as a family was to build a golf course. So in 1997, I believe, they got some investors involved to build a golf course and get Les Ferber to design it. So it took 5 years to develop, and here we are today in 2011, 10 years into it. It seems like, especially a lot of people from Alberta, it seems to make this their summer home. In the summertime, they come here, they have condos, they bring their motorhomes, they rent houseboats. This particular hole here that we're on is Geronimo, and most of the tourists, when they come here, this is one of the holes that when they come to, they give the old wow factor. But basically, that's the golf course, is the scenery and the elevation changes and just the whole atmosphere.
The fourth, known as Geronimo, is a perfect example of Ferber's ability to combine natural beauty with challenging stroke play. The tee box sits 200 feet above the fairway and might just be one of Canada's most scenic golf holes.
The fairway slopes left or right, so you definitely want to favor the left side of the fairway. There's 2 trees down on the left side that you can kind of use as your aiming point, and everything kicks off there down to the right. You don't need to use a driver. 3-wood will get you plenty enough distance down to the fairway to have a decent shot into the green. If you've never played it before, the toughest part is because of being a mountain golf course, you're not sure the kicks off the mountainside, so whether it kicks left or right. So a driver, you don't need a driver as much as just placing your shots.
Hyde Mountain may also be one of the few courses where you can arrive by boat, houseboat to be exact, bringing new meaning to the term home course. It seems that everything at this place is special. Well, that's all time we have for this week on Score Golf TV. We want to thank everybody out here in the Shuswap region of beautiful British Columbia. This is a spectacular place to come for a vacation, folks. Bring your golf clubs, bring your bathing suit. You won't be disappointed. For more information, go to golfshuswap.com and check out all the great packages they have for you and your family or your friends to come out here and have a little relaxation. Between now and our next show, please check out ScoreGolf.com. All sorts of great information on there. Check that out, and we will check you out next week on Score Golf TV.